Hey, what is going on? I'm Evgeny Lauer, and today I'm gonna show you a little trick in Substance Painter regarding ambient occlusion maps. Remember when you had issues like that before? Well, sadly that happens because your high poly and your low poly are not matching enough, or there might be something wrong with your UVs. Well, fear not, because there is a way to fix it without rebaking, and today I'm gonna show you how. So let's go! I'm gonna use my old character as an example of how to fix your AO without rebaking, basically. So let's zoom into this shoulder pad, and we clearly see that there are some black spots. And to make sure that that's not your dirt that you added at some point on one of your layers, and make sure it's an ambient occlusion map, we can go and navigate to this material text here, and we're gonna scroll down until mesh maps, and we're gonna select ambient occlusion. And here, as you can see, it says that our two spots are baked into our AO. That's sad. Well, it's fixable. Before, how to fix it, I'm gonna explain and give you 3 reasons why this is happening. 2 of them are pretty basic. The third one is a really sneaky one. But we will start with the basic stuff. So we go to our low poly mesh. I'm gonna select some UVs in the editor. Click this. And here, let's even maximize this. As you can see, we have this UV shell that is outside of the bounding box of UV. And this is number 1 reason why you can have some AO problems. The second reason is that 2 of your UV shells can overlap each other. The third reason, which will be on high poly, and we're gonna go here, so this is ZBrush, I'm gonna select my shoulder pad, zoom in, and as you can see here, it looks like it's clean, like clean enough, no problems. Like, why do I have those dots appeared, you know? I don't know, nobody knows. Magic happens. But apparently there is a problem that you just don't see it. And to make sure it's actually there, we're gonna scroll down until display properties and click double. And now, as you can see here, we're gonna even turn on our grid or topology visibility, outer group visibility, and we'll see that we have some of the inside parts of the mesh popping out. So it's flipped, that's why we don't see it, you know. But if we turn on double, we will be able to see it. So on off, it's actually there. So that's why we're getting those issues. To fix, for example, how to fix this inside of ZBrush, it's a really quick tip. We go select B, we go to our move topology brush, which is here, and we're just gonna drag it inside like that. And then it's fixed, basically. But for that, you need to go back to your high poly and then export and then rebake, and as I said before, too much hassle, which we don't need to do. So let's go to Substance, right here, and try to fix it without rebaking. So first thing what we need to do is we're gonna go to our channels and select ambient occlusion. It could be that it could be here in this unsupported shader, maybe. If you don't see it here, it could be there. So we click ambient occlusion, and here we have ambient occlusion mixing. So from multiply, I think by default it should be multiply, we put it to replace. Then on layers, we're gonna do a fill layer, and now here we have color, height, roughness, metallic, all those channels. We need only AO. So a shortcut to turn everything off except AO is actually holding Alt and press AO, and now everything will be off except AO, basically. Alright, so now I'm gonna go and I need to put my ambient occlusion map of that UV set. So I'm gonna search for it here and put it into our ambient occlusion slot. And we're gonna name this fill layer like OCC, for example. OCC original. Then I'm gonna Control D, which is actually Shift Control D, yeah. Ctrl D to duplicate it, and we're gonna name it OCC fix. So it's the same layer, the same area map only channel selected. We're gonna remove this map now, and we're gonna make black mask, and on that mask we're gonna go and add paint layer basically. After that, we're gonna go to our base color here and go to ambient occlusion. And here on multiple, right now it's the blending mode is on multiple. We're gonna go and put it to normal. After that, we can select our white brush and we can erase it basically. If you want to get it back for some reason, press X to invert to be this will be black basically, and you can bring it back. Sometimes maybe you need to just do a little bit, you know, maybe you don't need to erase everything. So now you know. Back. So what is happening basically is we're gonna go to Photoshop, and here we have our ambient occlusion map. So what we're doing in Substance is the same thing as I would do here if I would just select a white color and I would try to erase it. And then I need to re-import it to Substance, and like a little bit of hassle again, but it's the same thing. We did the same here basically right now. So that is nice. So there are some pros and cons about this method that I would like to talk about, and I have this image here prepared. So the pros of this method is that you will save, of course you will save some time and finish your work faster, which is always nice. You don't need to adjust your low poly, high poly, or your UVs, which is no need to rebake, which is save some time method. And it works perfectly for your personal work, because when you work on your own stuff, you don't have deadlines, you don't need to send your work to anyone to check, so you can do whatever, you can cheat how many times you want, because I think it's a little cheat in my opinion, like this method. And the minus about this method actually is that personally I don't use it at my work environment, because usually what we do is when I finish a model, I need to upload it to our server, and maybe at some point someone will gonna make some adjustments, and if he doesn't know that I used that trick, then he might be in a bit of a mess, I would say. So it's not the best idea if you work in a team environment, because at some point someone would need to rebake something on your model. The person should know that you used the trick. If UVs will be changed by that person and then he will rebake, then your ambient occlusion initiative will fail basically, and then he will be like, what is going on? What is this layer? Why is it like that? So that's why this method I recommend to use only for your personal work, but not for your work, if you know what I mean. Alright. Subscribe for the new content, and feel free to join my Discord channel, where you can share your art and give ideas for the future videos. So thank you for watching.